Hi, Sorelli. Here is The Hope Carol by David Conte. I'm going to walk you through first as a group. This is everyone. Um, as you, I assume that you watched the video that I put on Moto about compound time. Well, in this situation, for the most part, we switch off between um, 9/8 and 12/8. That means that the dotted quarter note, here as I'm circling right here, is our pulse. Okay, so think of that as the beat. So we start out in 9/8. Okay, that means there are three dotted quarter notes in the measure. Okay, so if you would please put a 3 above this 9/8 block. Okay, then what I do is I put a line right before the next meter change. Then we put a 4. Okay, and it switches a lot, so get ready. Then we put a line right before this 9/8 measure. We get to the bottom of the page. And we've got a 3 because we're back in 9/8. Okay? Put your bar there, followed by a 4. That's back in 12/8 for a measure. Then we're back in 3 again, 9/8. Okay? Here's this page 2 here. Then we're back in 4, back in 3. Then we get to the second system. We're back in 4 again, at least for 3 measures here, thankfully. Then put a line before the 9/8. This is very important that you do this because otherwise you will not be able to count where we are. So starting in measure 16, we're back in 9/8 time. So 3 pulses per measure. Okay. Then we go to page 3. We're still in 3. We get down to the bottom of that page right before measure 25 here. We're in 4 again. Okay. Hopefully I'm not going too fast, but if I am, it's the beauty of a video. You can go back and watch it again. So now, right before measure 28 here, we're back in 3. And of course, we switch to 4 right at the bottom of the page. And then 3 for 2 measures. And then we're back in 4. Okay, then we're on page 5. We go to 6/8 time for the very first time in this piece. So now we're in 2. Okay, so 2 pulses in this measure. And then we're back to 3 the very next measure. Okay, and now we're in 3 for a little while here. All the way to measure 66. So right at the end of 66, put your bar, because we're going back into 4 on the top of page 8. We're only there for 1 measure, and then we're back in 3/8 for 2 measures. And then the bottom of the page, we're back in 4 for just 1 measure. And then we're in 3. And then here at All Voices, we're back in 4 again at 75. Okay. We go all the way through the top of 9. Put your line. In the bottom of page 9, we're in 3 for 2 measures, you see. And then when we're in 4 for 1 measure, then we're back in 3 for 1 measure. We go over to page 10. First measure of 10, we're in 4, and we stay here for a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I really mean like 5 measures. So last measure here, we're in 3. And then we're on the top of page 11, still in 3 until the end of the piece. Okay. Now, what I would do if I were you is I would go back and put in I would circle your fortes and your fortissimos. And you can do that just simply by going back through the video and just copying what I have. Some of you did a really good job of actually taking like a marker, which is fine when we have pieces that are actually copied. But for this one, you really can't do any colors because these are the originals. So with the originals, you'll just have to do it in pencil. But circle, when it's mezzo, make sure you put your parentheses, okay? So, like I said, do not do anything in color on these because these are our originals. Okay, that is it for this video. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy.